Hello, dear friends. My name is Shai Tubali, and I'm author of the 7-Day Chakras. And I'm here to share with you this brief presentation from Berlin, Germany. Yes, all the way from Berlin, Germany. And please excuse me because I'm not a native English speaker. So hopefully you will be able to follow everything that I'm going to say. I'll do my best. It's a bit challenging to cover this entire subject in half an hour because I will need to explore with you 7 chakra personality types in relation to the issue of self-acceptance. So they require some attention, but let's give it a try. But this is why I will not be able to take any questions, unfortunately, although I'm really tempted to answer some. So the real subject here is self-acceptance, an issue that I know from my experience as a spiritual teacher, so many struggle with. And there are numerous solutions out there for this burning conflict. And I think that the 7 chakra personality types provide us with an excellent key to achieving a state of profound self-acceptance. That's just one of the various benefits of the system. So to be able to appreciate this key, I'll explain a little what this system is all about. To begin with, this system of the chakra personality types is nothing that you can ever find in the traditional explanation of the ancient chakra system. So don't bother to look there because you can say that it's all my development. The traditional view of the 7 chakras, or whatever number they may choose in each of the systems, the traditional view of the chakras is like a ladder of development, with each step representing a certain level of consciousness. So you need to climb slowly and gradually. But I think of chakras very differently. Of course, I include in my model the conventional ladder, but I also believe that chakras represent 7 expressions of life and reality. So they are not only hierarchical, they should be expressed and lived simultaneously. Think of it like white light that breaks into prism into 7 different colors. The white light is the great existence. The 7 colors are the 7 dimensions, perspectives, and experiences of life. So now, imagine 7 different personalities emerging from these 7 colors. This is what you have here. We have here above my head. This is a sort of a demonstration of how from the being of the deity, there has been a sort of explosion of white light transforming and expressing itself in these 7 different colors. So this is actually what I did when I developed the system. I simply closed my eyes and tried to imagine personalities emerging from these 7 chakras. And this was heavily confirmed through my observation because it was so easy to recognize how all the people I know fall into these 7 different categories. There are, of course, nuances, but these are related to the fact that we also have a secondary and supportive, and a secondary chakra and the supportive chakra. In the interplay of the three chakras, we get the personality as we know it. But the chakra that should interest us in terms of self-acceptance is our major chakra personality type. This is the chakra that can enable you to finally make peace with yourself. Why? Because this is the chakra that determines the way you perceive the world, your values, your sense of meaning in life, your passions and attractions, inclinations, your most intimate experience of life, most direct. Now, a little about each of the 7 chakras. There is a full text in my book, a full test in my book, the 7-day chakras, and lots of information in my previous book, the 7 chakra personality types. So the 2 books are sort of continuation of one another. But let's start with this. You see the red type? These are the builders. And the builders, they are guided by the instinctual and biological center that is located in the root chakra close to the perineum. The builders embody the wisdom of the physical world and its harmonious structures. They are like forever busy ants. They build the world around them, they create order, and they aspire to establish peace in their surroundings. So they are harmony lovers. They enjoy following laws. They are proudly traditional, and they feel naturally drawn to preserve the past and to honor their roots. They are fervent believers in structures, so they love belonging to collectives. That's why they love family units, community life. And they lead a steady life, building brick by brick toward increasing stability and solidity. So think of it as in the motto, God is in the details. They appreciate the significance of the smallest, most mundane details and technicalities, and they are good at it. So this is one. You think, you contemplate on this, on the relevance of this type to you. Perhaps it has nothing to do with you. So then we have this dancer. Can you see the orange dancer? This is the sacral personality type, which I call the artists. The artists are guided by the impulsive center that is located in the sacral chakra. They embody this chakra of joy, feeling, and passion that is deeply connected to life's juices and to life's colors. So for the artists, life is a playground. It's a place for peak experiences, for experimentation. They are convinced that life must always be exciting. Life can either be exciting or completely boring. So, and they hover over life's different experiences, like butterflies. They are true lovers of life, and they are filled with bubbling life force, but their energy is like a flare, intense and short-lived. That's why they are the type that lives in the now. They do not pay much attention to long-term purposes and commitments and sometimes they really disregard them. So climbing the ladder here, this is the third chakra type. These are the yellow type. These are the achievers, belonging to the center of will that is located in the solar plexus chakra. The achievers embody these fiery chakra that determines everyone's level of power, resolution, and strength of will. They explode with well-targeted energy. They are highly competitive, and they are uncompromising winners at heart. So for them, you can say that life is a potential that is fulfilled by marking those mountaintops that seem worthy of reaching. Do you notice the tremendous difference between each of the types? So for achievers, they live from one achievement to another, and they are in constant search for destinations that can make them stand out and excel. They are also warriors, and they perceive life as a play of power, and they love trials of self-overcoming. And their schedule is always busy because they enjoy having tight schedules. So here, just behind me, can you see this beautiful green figure? These are the heart chakra personality type, and I named them the caretakers. And the caretakers are governed by the emotional center that is located in the heart chakra. And they embody this chakra of relationships that is centered on the emotional interaction between me and the other. The aspiration to make two into one. So for caretakers, love is the only fulfillment. And they fervently seek to unite opposing sides and to establish common ground. That's why they can't tolerate quarrels. Their mind is also naturally occupied with thoughts about their relationships, sometimes to an obsessive degree. They are soft, gentle, peace-loving, and relaxing beings, and they are also often hypersensitive. They love cultivating heart-to-heart communication, and they are also incurably optimistic and naive. So now, just above me here is the blue type. The blue type is the throat chakra personality type, which I call the speakers. And the speakers are guided by the center of communication that is located in the throat chakra. They embody this chakra of expression that creates bridges between different worlds through words and other means of communication. So for speakers, the world is obviously a place of influence, an opportunity for the effective expression of their inner truth and values. They passionately search for ways to change the world, and they always aspire to disseminate inspiring ideas. They live in visions of far-off future. That's why they are often dreaming. They live inside dreams that are bigger than life. And they are most fulfilled when they change someone's life. So, or many people's lives, of course, that's even better. So here is the 6th chakra personality type, the purple type, and that is the third eye personality type. These are the thinkers. And the thinkers, they are guided by the intellectual center that is located in the third eye. They embody this chakra of wisdom that enables us to see into the reality of life's mysteries. So for thinkers, life is like an exciting riddle that is seeking to be unraveled, you see? Their greatest happiness is found in insight and understanding. And for this reason, obviously, books are their best companions. Their greatest, the way they live is, you can say, is that they live inside their mind. And it's like the head is much bigger than the rest of the body. And their experience of life is centered on the richness of their thought. They are the observers and listeners of human world, the human world and human reality. And even their own emotional experience is a subject of research for them. So this makes them good philosophers and scientists very often. And last is the uppermost type over there. This is the sort of whitish, golden white type that is called the yogis. And they are governed by the crown chakra. This is the spiritual center that is located in the top of the head. The yogis embody this chakra of transcendence, that this chakra connects humans with the infinite, beyond the ephemeral world of form, you can say. So for yogis, life is nothing but the play of spirit. And their role in it is to become free from earthly bondage and to return to their true home, which is always elsewhere. It's a rare personality that is interested the most in the inner journey. They are passionately drawn to the hidden realms of consciousness and to the energetic and sometimes astral planes. And they consider the mundane life generally as a distraction and perhaps as a test for the soul that yearns for liberation. They tend to long to leave the world behind, even in their way of life. So these are the 7 types in a nutshell. And in the deepest sense, your type is your soul design. It is your most profound attraction and calling. And it is carefully planned according to the purpose of your soul's journey. It is what you're meant to learn and what you're meant to manifest in this lifetime in order to fulfill your purpose. It also, in the same breath, it determines your excesses, your unbalanced tendencies. But when you learn about your soul design, you become acquainted with a pattern that you should accept as it is. Both its limitations and its strength. You simply learn to relax into what you are. Now, this kind of self-acceptance does not mean that you overlook your limitations and the downsides of your type. It only means that you don't focus on them more than necessary. And mostly, you pay a great deal of attention to the gifts and strengths of who and what you really are. So, according to this system, you're only meant to change your excesses. What does that mean, excesses? This means only when your soul design begins to become auto-destructive, when you begin to destroy yourself, when you ruin your body or become dysfunctional in life, or when you begin to destroy others around you or destroy your relationships. It is always wise not to wait until you've reached the danger of burnout, whether it is the emotional burnout of the heart chakra type or the mental burnout of the third eye chakra type or spiritual burnout of the crown chakra type, and so on. So when your chakra energies prevent you from being able to live a fulfilled and balanced life, this is when you should restrain them. Other than that, we're all meant to reach a profound self-acceptance, to celebrate our chakra type. The thing is that we feel incapable of doing that for the simple reason that we don't accept our soul design in general. We feel limited by it since there are certain behaviors and capacities that we can never express. We may also feel that we are not like others, or that we are not what we should be. So you can say that our design disturbs our self-image. Again, this is because too often we tend to suppress and bury our type beneath social masks, simply because we are told that the way we are is not the way we should be. You see? So slowly but surely, we internalize this non-acceptance. So that's why we must learn to love our soul design, because it seems that everyone thinks that all others should be exactly like them, and we need to protect what we know we are. So when another person advises you to stop doing this or to start doing that, what they truly mean is start being like me. If you only stop being you and started being me, I would be so much happier, right? That's the underlying message. So builders, root chakra type, will hear, don't sweat the small stuff. Life is too short. Stop being so serious, so humorless, so interested in technicalities, and so attached to your routine. Artists, the second chakra type, they will constantly hear, stop being so lazy. Life is not just about enjoyment. Start learning to commit yourself, or start loving routine. Achievers, third chakra type, they are often told, stop doing so much. You are a workaholic. And caretakers, heart chakra type, they are told, grow up. What is all this sensitivity? And why are all these tears? Speakers, throat chakra type, they are constantly warned, stop dreaming. So stop dreaming so big. Do only what you can, and that is enough. Be realistic. And thinkers, third eye chakra type, they are encouraged to, you can imagine, right? Stop thinking so much, come out of your head, start enjoying life in the body. And yogis, crown chakra type, they are ordered to stop escaping life. You are always running away. Ground yourself. Life is not elsewhere. So we all constantly hear what we should stop being or doing all the time, right? And this is when we begin to feel that something is wrong with us and that we had better adjust. If for example, a fifth chakra type is told since childhood to stop dreaming and to be practical, they may eventually suppress their tendency to think on a large scale. So when you're confident of your true values, you can be more aware when you are criticized only because you don't share someone else's values. So you are able to say, no, now you are just talking from your own world. This is what you believe in, and I respect that, but I'm not going to be a different person, a different soul design just for you. And we need to understand that we live in a society that is dominated by the first, third, and fifth chakra types. So such a society is definitely not an ideal environment for second, fourth, sixth, or seventh chakra types, which is quite a lot, right? It's already 4 of them. In terms of values and a genuine space for expression, these types tend to be completely excluded, and they are most prone to adjusting their personality, to wearing a mask. So then they begin to doubt their own values and become a type that is not really their own. So this makes self-acceptance an intense process, because it becomes difficult for us to declare our different and independent values. This is the lesson of self-acceptance. I want to be like me. It's feeling as if your own innate soul design, or feeling that this is your own innate self-design. This is what I am. It's not only like astrological signs that you simply learn to recognize the accurate description of your personality. It's something that is deeply transformative, that goes to the root of our non-self-acceptance. So remember that as long as your life doesn't follow the pattern of your type, you are like a fish out of water. You're struggling to swim on dry land. This is where you learn to relax into your soul design, live your own values, and remain authentic, even when your family resents your type, or your partner is determined to remold you, or at your workplace, they demand that you must change. After all, this capacity is what makes you a real individual. So learn to turn love toward this design. Love yourself as this design. You take into account both its gifts and limitations, but you tell yourself, this is how the divine reality, how life's infinite intelligence, or the universe made me. Beautiful and flawed, balanced and unbalanced, and sometimes even beautiful because of my limitations. You know that we never think of one flower as being better or more important than other flowers, hopefully. That doesn't make sense. So in this context, we are like flowers. And not accepting your soul design is like not accepting the universe as a whole. Whereas surrendering to your soul design means surrendering to the higher will, to the perfect plan. So you are in your right design, in your right role in the universe. This is the message of the Chakra personality types. I think this is where I should stop. And thank you so much for being with me and sharing what I consider a great gift. Thank you.